Resident Evil
is my favorite game series, hands down. They're the only horror games that hit that perfect balance of player choice. Some horror games make you completely vulnerable, taking away any means you have of defending yourself, which for some can be incredibly scary, but for me, it's like when you have a dream and you're fighting someone and you physically can't bring yourself to punch because you're sleeping on your arms. That lack of choice, whether to fight or flee, makes those other horror games feel like nothing more than walking simulators with jump scares. The reason I tell you this, the reason I bring up RE being my ride or die, is because I have to get something off my chest. I'm a fraud. I'm a fake gamer. You might as well come and collect all the XP I've earned from Doritos and Mountain Dew. I've never finished the original Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, or Code Veronica, any of the fixed camera games. My love for the series comes from 4, 5, not you, 7, 8, and the remakes of 2 and 3. It's always felt wrong, you know? You wouldn't watch Bride, Seed, Curse, and Cult of Chucky, and not watch the original Child's Play trilogy. Only dumb bitches do shit like that, and I'm tired of being a dumb bitch. Good luck. A sentiment shared every time you boot up the game. A reminder that you've stepped into another world, and you should check your ink ribbons at the door. They can't save you. Not from the horror you're tasked with surviving. Zombies wander the streets, the RPD, even the sewers. Aimlessly meandering about, waiting for you to give them a purpose. To spread the illness. You have a means of stopping them, but sometimes even your arsenal isn't enough. Sometimes you'll shoot one with a shotgun, only for it to split in two and start crawling, with a determination to bite and scratch, to do anything in its power to strip you away of your humanity, to turn you into one of them, or something even worse. Seeking shelter in what should be the safest place in Raccoon City, Leon and Claire arrive at the RPD, only to find that just like the rest of the city, it's been overrun with the undead, and also, puzzles that make no fucking sense in the context of the building they're in. Key items like the main keys aren't too egregious, but once you start custom making plugs in the shape of chess pieces, you're going a little too far.
I'm about to bust. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought this was the bathroom. Oh, good lord!
You may think there's no bathroom in the original RPD, but that's just because nobody's found the key in the shape of a used tampon. All I'm saying is, there's a reason the RPD went down so easily. We see where their priorities lie, in making fucking unicorn medals. If you've ever played a point-and-click adventure game, you have an idea of the flow here. Finding an item to help you get another item, to help you get to another area to do the same. The only difference between Pajama Sam and Resident Evil are the zombies. For the most part, this formula has stuck around in the series in one form or another, even in the more action-heavy games. The things that haven't stuck around are what really matter here. Fixed camera angles and tank controls. The two things that people bring up to dismiss this game as some archaic relic of the past. It's easy to forget these features were built from necessity. To make environments stand out the way they do, the backgrounds had to be pre-rendered, giving them a natural lived-in quality that holds up today in its own stylistic way, allowing each angle to have its own every frame of painting feel.
What the?
Using pre-renders leads to fixed cameras, only allowing you to see what the designers want you to see, giving them the ability to more thoroughly craft scares, something that full camera control takes away. Take for instance this reveal in RE7.
Oh shit.
What's happening?
Oh no.
What the fuck? Oh, that's open now.
Did you see it? Neither did they. They all heard a noise and looked around, completely missing the reveal of Marguerite's long, gangly arm. You could fix something like this with a cutscene, I guess, but taking control away from the player is lame. Now look at a scare from a fixed camera. It becomes unmissable, big, prevalent, and in your face, even if the perspective isn't from your face. Also, they sure did like busting through stuff in these games, didn't they? Not gonna lie, it got me every time. Another thing I enjoyed about the fixed camera was the tension it brought with it. The fear of the unknown. It's the killer. I know it's zombies waiting for me off screen, but how many? Do they see me yet? What angle are they coming from? Do I have the resources to deal with them? This tension exists every time you enter a room. I can hear the liquor. That's enough to put me on edge. But seeing Leon look up at it, this is what really sold me on the fixed camera. I know it's there, and he definitely knows it's there. It's a small detail that adds so much from this perspective.
Started talking shit, wouldn't you know? I reached back like a pimp and I
Tank controls.
Tank controls are a little harder to reason away. They are a mechanical necessity to help with the fixed cameras, to keep you from accidentally running the wrong way when switching between angles. They take a little getting used to, and did cause me to run into a zombie or two. However, it shouldn't be a make or break point for people. I've always reasoned it away as a product of bitches be trippin'. Years of horror movies have taught me that no one actually knows how to run in a horrific situation. Yeah, I'm grasping a little bit there, I know. Though I do have more sound reasoning for not being able to walk and shoot at the same time. Even when I played Resi 4 as a kid, not being able to walk and shoot never bothered me. I always thought about when cops trained at a gun range, standing firm, arms out, feet about shoulder width apart. I always imagined this is how most of the characters were trained. Take a moment, line up your target, shoot to kill. They've even kept this in newer games where you are able to walk and shoot. Standing still and lining up your shots will make your aim more precise, which is genius design. Obviously, in the original game, they programmed it that way to make it harder, otherwise they'd have to make the zombies way faster, and at that point, you're just playing a reskin of Dino Crisis 2. The level design in RE2 is pretty great, in that it's really simple. You get a good lay of the land early on. Granted, the remake at times probably helped me remember where some of the rooms are, but something about the layout feels intuitive, like everything is in its right place. Even without the remake in my brain, I'm certain after a little bit, the original RPD's architecture would have taken up residency in my mind. When I look at the map, I'm able to mentally walk through it and plan out where I need to go. The color-coded doors really help too, making this game a breeze to beat in comparison to the first. I've started the Resident Evil 1 remake a couple times, and I'll be super into its atmosphere, but after a little while I get burnt out, running back and forth constantly. I need this key to get this mask, but I can't get that key until I get a dog whistle, and I can't get the dog whistle until I subscribe to this very YouTube channel, but I can't do that until I turn the light switch on and off exactly 12 times, otherwise my family will die, and it just becomes overwhelming. Resi 2, however, is paced so much better. You always have an idea of what to do, or somewhere to explore, making it the most accessible of all the PS1 survival horror games. It holds up better than I ever could have expected. Where something like the first remake makes the original obsolete, RE2 stands toe-to-toe with its remake, with both coming across as a companion piece to one another, two ways to experience the same horror. If you like survival horror, but have been too scared to tackle the older stuff, listen, honey, you can do this. Just stand firm, arms out, feet about shoulder width apart. Breathe, aim, and shoot.
I am so fucking retarded.